Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about light. Not just any normal lights, but under hood lights. Have you ever been stuck on a trail at night needing to get underneath the hood of your vehicle and just realize there's no light underneath there? You can't see anything you're doing. If you need to just check the wiring on your lights or do a little wrenching, change a serpentine belt, something like that, and you're always relying on one of your friends, hopefully to be there with you, to hold a flashlight just in the right spot, or you're relying on just a headlamp and have to keep your head perfectly still as you try and work through the problem. Well, today we're going to dive into that and we're going to solve that issue for you, so stay tuned. Alright, if this is your first time tuning into the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Stay tuned for some more product reviews, install videos, and just overall videos of our journeys. Today, we're going to be installing the all-new LED hood halo kit from Rockin LED. This is a new company based out of Texas, and they've made an outstanding product to really give you all the light you need underneath the engine bay of your Jeep. So let's go ahead, we're going to open up the hood. I'll show you step by step on how I'm going to install this, and we'll check this product out. So with the kit from Rockin LED, you get 18 LEDs, you get 6 strips with 3 LEDs in each one. On the back of it is 3M double-sided tape so that you can apply that to the bottom side of your hood. Now just for extra strength, they do also supply a set of self-tapping screws, and each of the LEDs has a hole in it so you can actually screw these to your hood for a permanent install. The other thing that's included is a switch. Now we're going to be wiring everything up just directly to our S-Pod, but if you don't have a standalone switch system in your Jeep, you will want to use this. This is going to be able to rely on just powering off the battery, so if something else goes wrong in your Jeep, you can always use this as long as you have battery power. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and actually just run all the wiring. I'm going to take all the wiring, just run it through the inside of the hood here so it's all nice and hidden. We'll come right out of the bottom of the hood, and then once everything is working properly and wired up, we'll go ahead, peel off the 3M double-sided tape and apply that right here to the inside curved part of your hood. That's going to give the right angle to just shine the light down and fill up the whole entire engine bay with light. So let's go ahead, cut these zip ties, we'll start running the wires, and I'll show you exactly how I do that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just run the wires right through this hole on the hood. Now I've got the 10A hood, so of course depending on what Jeep you have, what hood, the application may vary from this, but with the 10A, we're just going to run it right through this hole. We'll come right down through the inside of the hood, all the way down here to this bottom hole. Bring it out, tie it in with my other wire looms, we'll go straight to the S-Pod, and then we'll get it all wired up. So let's go ahead and start running it through this top hole. Now you may want to use a screwdriver. I like to use just a little flathead screwdriver just to guide the wire as you're going through, just to make sure it's in line with where you want it. Alright, so we've got it ran through the hood. We're just going to run the rest of the wire here through this bottom hole. And then of course once you put it back on your heat shield underneath the hood, that's just going to hide all the wiring that you may see through the holes. So now, as you can see, we've got plenty of wire. Just going to go ahead, cut the ends off of these. We'll undo the S-Pod here, pick which switch we want to wire it up to. We'll pick which switch we want to wire it up to, and we'll go ahead and just wire it in there, test it out, and see how it works. If everything's working properly, we'll remove the double-sided stick tape, and we'll go ahead and put this in place. Alright, so we've got it wired into the S-Pod. As you can see here, we got quite a bit of extra length wire. I can cut this down to length, but you know, in case if this doesn't work on the S-Pod system, I'm going to leave it alone for now. Just tie it off and out of the way. That way, if we do end up needing to use the switch provided, we can always rewire it with the wire provided here. So we're going to go ahead, tighten down the S-Pod here. and we'll flip the switch and we'll see if these LEDs come on. Alright, so as you can see, everything's working properly. Now one thing is, right now I've got it wired to a 30 amp fuse. It is recommended to only be on a 20 amp fuse, so I will switch that out for this switch. But we're going to go ahead, remove this double-sided tape, we'll put them in place, and that's it. It's as simple as that. As you can see, the only tools that I needed for this job was simply a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver to fish the wire through, and then just some wire strippers to finish off all the wiring. So nothing really needed. You can do this just simply in your driveway at home, and this gives an ample amount of light for anything you need to do under the hood of your JK. Alright, so we're just going to remove the double-sided tape. I'm just going to do 3 lights first hand to get the first strip in place, and then we'll go ahead and do the same on the bottom. Now you do want the lights just pretty much laying on top of each other, so when you install them they'll just be back to back, and we'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, so we got those ones on. Just remove the tape from the bottom ones. If I can get the tape off of there. And we're just going to stack that one right underneath. And do the same with the other two. Alright you guys, so there it is. Just super clean, simple install. Now of course, it's right in the middle of the day, so turning on the lights, you're not really going to see much now. But once the sun goes down, I'll come back out, we'll flip these on. I'll show you exactly how this illuminates the engine bay. So the sun set, we did run into some thunderstorm issues, so I had to go ahead and pull War Pig inside the garage here. But we're going to shut off all the lights, make it pitch black in here, and then we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. First, I will show you how much light a headlamp puts off underneath the hood, then we'll do a flashlight, and then we'll turn on the LED hood halo. I can tell you guys, for this price point of only $50, you cannot beat this product. It is a must-have for your Jeep. So let's go ahead, turn off all these lights. Alright, so it's pretty dark in here, but as you can see, with a headlamp, it still gives you a lot of light. It's a good tool to have if you don't have one of these lights, but your light is only directed at where your head is pointing. So if I'm in here working with my hands and stuff, I gotta pretty much keep my head right on that point, and every time I turn away, it just gets dark in that area. So I like a headlamp. It's honestly something I always carry with me, but if I'm sitting here working under the hood, I'm gonna want some more light. So let's go ahead and check out what the flashlight looks like. Alright, so the flashlight, again, gives off a lot of light. This is just my little DeWalt LED light. What I do like about it is magnetized, so you can normally stick it somewhere, aim the light where you want it. But the problem is, again, most of the time you need somebody actually holding this light for you. And I can tell you, every time I've had somebody hold a flashlight, they get distracted, they end up moving it. So it's just not the best solution. Alright you guys, let's go ahead and check out the LED hood halo. So as you guys can see, this gives so much more light than any other option out there. It's hands-free, you don't have a light hanging down like an old drop light or anything like that. So it's just an outstanding product. Again, the install process on it is super fast, and you can do it with just your basic hand tools. I can't stress that enough. Anybody can do this in their driveway. I will put a link down below where you can get a set of these for yourself if you would like them. But it's Rockin LED. Check them out on Instagram, and we'll go ahead and just take a closer look at everything.